This video will cover something that very frequently crops up as an issue in APA for writers at all levels, and that is headings and subheadings in APA style papers. There are some pretty specific rules that are very easily missed and easily confused in APA regarding headings, and headings should come at the top of every single section and subsection in your paper. They are necessary in APA style papers. And there are 5 levels of headings, with level 1 headings having the highest priority and level 5 headings having the lowest priority. So if you look at this page here, we'll briefly see the formatting for the different types of headings. So level 1 headings, like I said, this is the highest priority level of heading. They will head major sections of a paper. They are centered, they are in boldface, and they use title case heading. And below that, the first level of subheading, you might say we have level 2 headings. So these will be subsections of a level 1 heading. And they are formatted flush left, boldface, and title case heading. And then further below that, we have level 3 headings. So level 3 headings, much as a level 2 heading is a subsection of a level 1 heading, a level 3 heading is a subsection or subheading of a level 2 heading. And level 3 headings, they are flush left, they are bold-faced and italic, and they are in title case heading. And the last 2 levels of headings, level 4 and level 5, they are a little less commonly seen, but still important to know. If they follow the exact same formula where a level 4 heading is a subheading of a level 3 heading, level 4 headings, they are indented, boldface, and title case heading, and they end with a period, whereas the ones before them do not. And then finally, we have the level 5 heading, subheading of a level 4 heading, indented, boldface, and italic, title case heading, and they also end with a period. So that's sort of the more conceptual way to look at headings. What we're going to do now is look at a specific example of headings. So this, if you want to just imagine that starting with this introduction here, this level 1 introduction, that these are all the headings that would come in a typical paper. So if you just want to imagine that these are the different headings you have, and each one would have, bodies of text after it. So this is basically how a sample paper might be formatted. And the sample paper is about archaeological research in Italy. So we would start out with our introduction, which would be a level 1 heading, because that's the main section of a paper. It's a large, standalone, important section. And after that level 1 heading, which we can see because they've been designated in parentheses, we would use another level 1 heading for archaeological research in northern Italy. And that's because this is not a subsection of our first level 1 heading. This is a new topic in the paper. And from there, we would move on to history of the region, which that's a level 2 heading, because it is a subsection of archaeological research in northern Italy, where you're getting into the history of this region in northern Italy. So that would be a level 2 heading. Next would come dig sites, another level 2 heading, because it is a new level 2 topic, but still under our initial level 1 heading. And then we would have dig site at Fallicini. That's a level 3 heading, because we are now getting into the subsections of the different dig sites. So these would all fall under this level 2 heading, which you can tell because they're italicized, flush left. And obviously in a normal paper, you wouldn't have level 3 in parentheses. That's just for purposes of demonstration. So we have these 3 different dig sites, all level 3 headings, because they all belong under the level 2 heading of dig sites. And then we go to artifacts, which brings us back to a level 2 heading, because we are now on a new topic within archaeological research in northern Italy. So then we would have weapons, which is a level 3 heading. That's one type of artifact. Tools, another level 3 heading. And then we get into level 4 headings, because we have agricultural tools and architectural tools. These both fall under the level 3 heading. They're both subheadings of that, so they would be level 4 headings. After that, we would further go to the final level, level 5, for architectural tools with a known or suspected purpose and architectural tools without a known purpose. These are level 5 headings because they are under this level 4 heading of architectural tools. We are in subsets of architectural tools. And then scrolling further down, ritual objects brings us back to level 3 because we are now moving back into the subheadings under artifacts. And then within ritual objects, we have religious objects, level 4 heading, hierarchical objects, also level 4 heading. And then we would move on after doing all this research to findings, which would be a level 2 heading because it is still underneath the level 1 heading of archaeological research in northern Italy, but is a new topic within that subcategory. And then the final level 2 heading for this particular section is further research to be conducted in the region. So that's sort of a moving forward, what further research could be done. And that would be another level 2 heading because it exists under archaeological research in northern Italy. So if we want to just briefly overview that, I know there's kind of a lot of information there. But we start with this level 1 introduction, we move on to archaeological research in northern Italy, another level 1 because it's a new topic, and then we get into all these different subheadings. So really what's important to remember here when you're making a new heading is to think, is this heading, or rather, what is this heading a subheading of? Like, what subsection am I using here? So if you've already established dig sites as this level 2 heading, and then you're talking about a specific dig site, just think like, oh yes, that would be a subheading under dig sites. So if dig sites is level 2, a specific dig site would be level 3. And then the rest of the paper we won't go over, but it's just archaeological research in southern Italy. It repeats all those same sorts of levels, which you can find in the APA Frequently Asked Questions document that I detailed in the introduction video. And then finally, it ends with a conclusion, which is a level 1 heading because it is concluding the entire paper, and then the reference list, which is also a level 1 heading. So I know that's kind of a lot of information to take in, but I'm hoping that seeing both the conceptual framework for how to structure headings and then seeing an example of how specifically to do it could be helpful in keeping headings in mind as you structure your paper, because really well-structured headings that follow the rules of subheadings, subsections, make the paper quite a bit more readable for readers. It allows us to follow along with the different topics, to see what exists as a subset of something else, and to as well help you keep the paper structured in your mind as you're writing it. So I've been there many times myself, gotten confused as to my subtopics, subheadings, and so keeping this document in mind and thinking about it as you structure your paper could go a long ways toward keeping you organized and helping you write a paper that is very legible and easy to follow along with for your readers. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.